And welcome to the movie Madhouse. I'm Rob.
I'm James.
I'm Jason.
And we are back. I know we keep pushing off. Next week for sure is our Oscar show.
Okay.
One way or another, we're going to do our recaps because, like James says, we got to get this out before we forget it.
It's not about forgetting it for me. There's like a bottle of champagne just fizzing away, and when the cork pops, look out. Okay. It's possible. Okay. I have words. Okay, moving on. So yeah, that's next week.
Yes. Next week is the Oscar show.
Yes.
This week is a potpourri.
Yeah, we get whatever.
Which doesn't sound so good when you're advertising, so I called it a free-for-all.
Yeah.
But it's a topic potpourri.
Yeah. So you have anything in mind, Rob?
Well, have you guys seen Super Mario yet?
No.
I know. It came out. Man, that is so much fun.
That's what I'm hearing. But I have seen the Jack Black Peaches music video.
Yeah, he sings it twice.
I've seen the music video.
Yeah.
So, and it's magical.
Oh my God. There are so many callbacks to the games and everything. Like literally, Bowser goes to sit down with, do you remember the wizardy dude that would summon people in?
Yep.
He goes to sit down with him and he goes, okay, let me talk to you. And he goes, do, 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 on the piano. And they start playing the dungeon music. Like that. It's got these kind of callbacks, right?
I've heard good things. I don't know if I'm going to go to the theater to see it. I probably will.
I'm sad I didn't go 3D, honestly.
Really?
Yeah. It probably wouldn't have made that much of a difference, but I'm looking at it going, wow, I wish it popped a bit more. So that's all I'm going to say.
I've heard good things, and it especially got rave reviews from my granddaughter, Eden.
There we go.
Okay. And I think that's probably the highest regard. So maybe I should go see it in the theater.
Yep.
Maybe I'll take her to go see it again.
And there's 2 after credits.
Oh, okay.
I missed the second one.
Oh, okay.
I've since seen it, but I missed the second one.
Okay.
So stick around.
Okay.
Or don't. It's not huge.
Okay.
You know what? I'll even tell you because it doesn't spoil anything with the movie. Sure. It shows that camera's panning through the sewers that they jumped into.
Right.
And it comes around and then it ducks under one pipe. And when it comes up, there's a Yoshi egg. And it sits there and starts to wiggle, and it goes to crack and cuts to black.
Okay. So there was no Yoshi in this movie?
You did see Yoshi, but when they were going from level to level kind of thing, when they were bouncing around, there was an island of Yoshis running around.
Okay.
And that was my only disappointment is they went to all these different places. They went to the sand, where the pyramids are.
Yeah.
And there was no sun up in the sky spinning around waiting to come get you. That's my only sadness.
Maybe that's a future villain in a later part of the series.
It could be.
Maybe.
Because one of the mini villains in here turns into a good guy is Donkey Kong. Voiced by Seth Rogen.
And that's the only negative I've heard about the film.
What?
A lot of people didn't like Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong because he was just Seth Rogen.
But yeah, his voice fits Donkey Kong so well. Like it's scary.
I just say he's always just Seth Rogen.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched This Is the End last night, and that opening is so true. The guy's got the camera on him when he picks up Jay and goes, "You always, play the same character. When are you gonna do some real acting?" He's right. He's just Seth Rogen in a movie.
Yeah. And a lot of people would say that about Jack Black, but not in this one, from what I'm hearing.
He was good in Mandalorian.
Almost unrecognizable, is what I've heard.
Jack Black?
Yeah.
At first, yeah. Like I didn't recognize his voice at all.
Okay.
Oh, even Greg says we're going to talk about the movie Magic that was the new Mario Brothers movie. Mario Brothers rules.
We're talking about it now. No spoilers or minimal spoilers.
Yeah.
But
well,
not that that's a big deal, honestly.
And honestly, I got to tell you, everything they did in this movie is from the games. Okay. So if you've played the games, you won't be surprised by anything, but it's so much fun to watch.
So how is Chris Pratt?
Good.
Yeah,
it's not Mario, but I have to confess, if I had to sit there and listen to Charles Martinet do Mario for that whole movie, that would have made me insane.
Probably, yeah.
Oh, it's me, Mario. Like,
Yeah.
no, it's good for one or two little, jabs of line in a game, but no, I would have lost my
It would be
mind.
off-putting.
Yep.
I can see somebody doing a fan track of it.
Probably. But Charles Martinet's in it.
Oh, that's good.
He plays two characters.
Okay.
He plays Mario's father,
Oh, that's nice.
and then he plays a guy named Giuseppe downstairs, which is interesting because Giuseppe was the original name of Jumpman, if I'm remembering this trivia correctly. And Jumpman was the dude in Donkey Kong, like Mario before he was Mario.
Huh.
So that was cool.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. You don't even have to spoiler alert. Mario found a secret warp zone working in the drain. That's literally happens. Yeah. So
I don't think how was the 1990 whatever movie? How did they find the portal, or did somebody drag them to it?
I don't remember.
It's been too long. Well, not actually. Yeah. It's not been that long. I watched it with Xander like about 2-3 years ago.
Yeah. I can't remember, but yeah, there's so many callbacks. Like literally, the movie opens with you watching a commercial that they made, and it's got Chris Pratt doing this Italian accent, right?
Uh-huh.
And that shows me what the film would have been like listening to Charles Martinet for the entire movie. Okay. And they watch this whole thing and they're going, oh, great. And then this guy Spike comes over, and on his hat, he's got Wrecking Crew. And it's like, oh, dude, I love that game. And do you ever play Wrecking Crew?
I have vague memories.
Yeah. You've played it, right, James?
I'm having trouble remembering what that is.
James might be too young for that era of Nintendo.
It was basically like Super Mario Brothers, where it just had different levels, and there were little monsters moving around, and you had to go through the levels and break things. Right?
I mean, the concept sounds familiar, but the name Wrecking Crew, I just remember that as that tag team. No, that was Destruction Crew. No, I can't remember.
Well, in that game though, Spike is a bad guy in it, so it was cool how they put that together.
Okay,
right. And then when they get to Mushroom Kingdom, there are so many floating things like platforms go up and down, left to right. It's like this is literally the game.
Huh.
Let me see here. Greg says I can't say I'd spoil it. Yes. Ryan says, let's forget about the 90s Mario.
I say no. I say embrace the ick.
Can we talk how bad the new Wick movie was? I heard it was awesome, but I haven't seen it yet.
That's what I've heard too.
I've heard John Wick 4 was good. I haven't seen it either. I thought I would, but I just haven't gotten out to see it.
See, I haven't seen 2, 3, or 4. So,
oh, well, okay.
But like I said, I'm the one guy here apparently that John Wick was just a freaking action movie to me. To everybody else, it's like the gospel.
I just the action, like they just brought some new, fresh action. It's not the same type of action flick,
No, they do crack new ground.
Even with like all the stunt work in particular, it's like it's amazing. It's
and all the mythology they introduced just in the first movie that you're like, I want to know more about that.
Yeah, I'm excited. We've finally gotten more information on the Continental series, because that's going to be a prequel series of young Winston, coming to the Continental. So, and it's I don't know how far in the past. I didn't hear the time frame, but we're supposed to be getting it later this year.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, even back to Mario. Robert here says, I finally remember going to the Sears Mall up in the corner, hearing all the video games playing at the same time. Remember that arcade up there?
Oh, yeah. Electronic Encounters. I spent a lot of after school time there because my mom worked at Japan Camera Center, which was right next door.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Mom. Okay, I'll see you in a bit.
Yep.
Can I have $1?
Where's my roll of quarters? I'm good.
I played a lot of the Tron game. I think was one of my favorites. Sinistar. And there was this
big time, Robert. Big time.
Yeah. There was a game like a Dungeons, or remember Dragon's Lair?
Yes.
Yeah.
There was a like more anime version, like Cliffhanger. That's what it was called.
Oh yeah.
It was an anime style one, and it had like these guys. I could never make it past like the second level where you're in this yellow car going down the highway. I would always end up going off the cliff. It didn't matter what I did. I could not figure that one out.
I remember those games because those were CD based games and they were like cartoons,
Yeah,
and it was awesome.
yeah,
Because it wasn't, Donkey Kong.
yeah. I've seen Dragon's Lair and Space Ace was the
Yep.
sci-fi version, but I don't think I've ever seen Cliffhanger like on a console port.
No,
But I haven't really looked.
the only place I've seen it was in arcades back in the day.
Yeah,
I haven't
to
even
look for
seen
that.
emulator games of it, but I haven't looked either.
right,
so.
exactly.
Well, like WrestleFest. You can find that on like and Google Play Store, but that's about it.
Yep.
They have that, or at least did before the world stopped, at the arcade here on St. Clair Street.
Oh yeah.
I'm drawing a blank on the name right now.
On St. Clair Street?
Yeah, right next to like a
It's where USB used to be.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's upstairs. I went there before the world stopped, and they had WrestleFest, and a big
I want to say it starts with a B.
screen, and it was
Barnett's
or
Barnetti's.
Barnetti's Arcade.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm sorry for not giving a proper plug, but Barnetti's Arcade, it was awesome. WrestleFest, like I spent a lot of time there. I went, I don't know, I must have been on that one for an hour. That's the one where you'd have like you had Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, and all them, and it'd just be side scrolling kind of thing, and you were ready to hit your finisher when their body landed on the mat and they went diagonal. And you just hit one button and you'd run to do your finisher, and boom, Ultimate Warrior always crushed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I do remember those games. Let me see here. Save.
Welcome to
save.
the video game nostalgia podcast.
Right.
Super Mario took us there.
Robert even says, I tilted the Pac-Man game several times and a good friend broke off the joystick and the game never came back. Hard to play Pac-Man without that joystick.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Well,
I wonder if you could play Pac-Man with the centipede trackball.
oh my God, that would be insane. I don't even want to think about that.
What are you doing up there?
Who?
You like the screen keeps changing on me, and it's like what is going on?
I was loading this up because I want to give him credit.
Oh.
Barnetti's, yes.
Okay, cool.
Because we're talking video games now.
Yeah,
and they have a bunch of them.
Yes, they do. I have not been in there since the world stopped. I'm hoping at some point they have the Terminator Judgment Day, T2 Judgment Day pinball machine.
Oh, dang. I remember that.
That was one of the best pinball machines ever. I spent so much money in those back in the day. And
I remember that.
I want to play that one again.
Because I like the pinball game and I like the shooting one.
Yep.
Oh, the shooter one, yeah, was fun to watch.
Yeah. But I do remember that pinball. Remember the Star Wars one too.
Oh, yes. They had that one on the cruise that I went on there like 5 years ago.
Oh, really?
Yes. They had that Star Wars. You sat in it. You're flying the X-Wing.
Yeah.
You do the trench run, all that. Yes. I got to play that on the cruise. That was awesome.
That was a fun one.
This is so weird. Hey, I went and saw Dungeons and Dragons.
The wheels should be still be in business with my token purchases.
Yeah, I'll never understand why they did that. Like
they wanted out of it.
Yeah, but the money, just a hassle.
I gotta admit, I can see that because you have a bowling alley, you have its huge swimming area, you've got an indoor theme park basically, and you got to maintain it all.
Yeah.
So I can see it. Would I have kept it? Hell yeah. Just so I could go.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
my backyard. Come on.
So you saw AD&D?
I went and saw Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves.
Yes,
and I loved it. It was so much fun. They had so many little inside D&D references. Like I would. I'm going to at some point do a rewatch where I'm going to keep track of all the different races that they throw in there, even in like crowd scenes and stuff. They check a lot of friggin' boxes. They go deep cuts. So it just but the whole movie, and this is I've seen this all over the place, but I believe it. It feels like a Dungeons and Dragons adventure being played out.
See, that's cool. That's what it should be.
I don't think they plan on doing like a series. I think they plan on just doing more D&D movies, stuff set in D&D worlds. Because I think the fan favorite everybody wants is Dritz Do'Urden. He's the most beloved dark elf, I think. I think he's Forgotten Realms. Oops, am I hearing?
You're hearing something I'm going to show in a second.
Ghosts what?
Yes, Ghosts of Your Past. Actually, let me see if I can do that. Share screen. Yep, there it is. Boom. Because you weren't the only one to go see it.
Yes, I commented on that.
Did you?
Yes, I said she made a good choice.
Yep. Princess Peach, they couldn't decide what to go see, so she said, I'll go on my own.
Hey, there, yeah. And chose wisely.
Yep.
Because it's a lot of fun. It is. Everybody plays their roles well. Like they all just come straight out of the books. If you know anything about D&D, like it's all there. They do have some license with a few rules, so the hardcore nerds are like, the truth can't turn into owlbear. Oh, shut up! It was awesome.
I'm so sorry. The first rule of role-playing games is there are no rules.
That's true. Yes. If you don't like a rule, change it.
Yes.
They homebrewed that shit.
Yep.
And it was awesome. I loved it. I have no complaints. I liked it so much.
Because with Vampire, we played it 98% by the book. We would alter the odd thing here and there, but it stated right in the rules at the beginning. Like you said, you don't like a rule, ditch it.
Yep. That's what they call homebrew.
Mm-hmm.
Homebrew is why they fight for that community with Wizards of the Coast there a few months ago. It was all about that community. So,
yeah. Well, James, have you ventured out the house to see anything?
Not out of the house to see anything, but when we were working outside all day Saturday, and I was putting together those two big chairs.
Uh-huh.
Rebecca was removing the stones from the walkway and digging it out so we can do it properly. And it was getting dark, so we moved. She went and rested in the chair in the man cave, and I brought the remainder of the first chair in there and also finished the second chair. And we decided to put some movies on Netflix in there, and we watched Murder Mystery and Murder Mystery 2 back to back. The Adam Sandler, Jennifer Aniston.
Oh, yeah.
Those are actually hilarious movies, hilarious mystery comedy movies. Because I love Adam Sandler. I like him best when he's not doing silly accents or voices.
I don't know what it is, but maybe it's his age. The younger stuff when he was like Happy Gilmore and all that stuff, that was brilliant. But now when he tries, it's just stop it.
It's sad. It gets sad. Yes.
Yeah. Well, those movies are just. I thought they were very, very clever, and then you still get Adam Sandler throwing his one-liners in there because they're just like, "Did you do it? Did you do it?" And he turns to Jennifer and she's like, "Holy shit, maybe we did do it." I don't know.
The other thing that Adam Sandler needs to not do is he should not do sequels to his stuff, because he always feels like he has to go further with it to where they go. Like, and I'm focusing on Grown Ups, because it's great. It has heart while still being really fun and goofy. Grown Ups too. It's sad because the humor they're trying to pull off. You guys aren't the right age for this. Come on, and that's actually part of the jokes is that they're too old for that. but it just doesn't work.
Yeah, and see, that's just it. They're mining at that point, going, okay, where did we get laughs in the first one? Let's double down. And it's
I will say they went the right way with Murder Mystery 2, because it's kind of like Hangover 1 and 2, where they just retread the same formula, but they just build on, say like, yeah, we're good at this shit. We did this before, but then all the fingers start pointing at them again when someone else is murdered.
okay.
But I don't think they went too far, or they went where they get to the point where, like, okay, you ruined it. You took it too far. No, I think they stayed in their lane for that one.
Okay. I've been meaning to watch. I didn't know there was a second one.
It just came out literally the end of March.
Oh, really?
We just happened to, we're like, holy shit, yeah, it's out already. Yeah, let's watch it.
I have no recollection of this even existing.
Murder Mystery came out, I think it was 4 or 5 years ago, and it was like a huge hit for Netflix. And they just, like, less than 2 weeks ago put out the sequel.
See, the problem is a huge hit for Netflix lasts 4 weeks tops.
Now, I
And then
want to
it's forgotten.
say, if it came out 4 or 5 years ago and it was a huge hit for Netflix, I was into Netflix at that time, and I pride myself on the fact that I hear a lot of the buzz, even though I may not watch all of it. I hear a lot of the news. I hear a lot of the buzz. Murder Mystery, what?
I remember hearing about it when it came out, because it was a surprise comedy hit, murder mystery. Adam Sandler and Jennifer Aniston, and I think Jennifer Aniston was popular at the time because of what is that? The Morning Show?
We're the Millers?
No, Morning Show. We're the Millers is way before that.
I don't know.
I know the show you're talking about.
Morning Show.
She was on something called The Morning Show.
Yeah, I think it was around the time that the first movie came out. Anyway,
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to remember Apple shows outside of Ted Lasso.
And Dexter. Okay, that's the only one I got.
That was a revisit, though.
Yeah.
I never watched it.
What?
Nope.
And it doesn't matter because he can still talk.
Yep.
Oh, Robert has a comment here.
Oh.
Thinking of a good neighborhood friend, Chris, playing the Atari games for hours on end. Mom called to say it's time to come home. The next Christmas, I got the game and game cartridges. I remember doing that. Just sitting there and playing those games like endlessly.
Oh, yeah.
Back in the day of Nintendo and Super Nintendo. And
see, I didn't have that. It's my dad's favorite Christmas memory. They got me a Commodore 64.
I remember those
in like 1984, I think it was, and that was my jam. And trading discs, copying discs.
Yep.
Burning discs that we would rent from a game store that actually rented games.
Yep.
Oh yeah, all that jazz.
I remember that vividly too, because that was the time that they had BASIC as the language. And
I couldn't do any of that really.
Oh, see, I got in gung ho with BASIC. I won an award for making a game about a caterpillar that would eat a leaf.
Oh, wow.
And then it got more complicated and I went, nope.
I never got that far into the programming side of it. I got through my whatever school, because it was very limited in our day. I got ahead that way, but it destroyed me for typing. Because by the time I got to high school where I had to take a typing class, I was a 2-finger warrior. 2 fingers and backspace, baby. 2 fingers and backspace.
That's where the thumb came in.
No, that was spacebar.
Right.
Backspace, because I always hit the wrong keys really fast.
Gotcha. Okay.
But by the time I got to high school, I was already like 5 years deep, I think, or 4 years at least deep into 2-finger typing. So the teacher, as soon as the teacher looked away, I'm QWERTY back to the home row, and yeah, destroyed me. It's still to this day, I don't do home row.
No, no, dude. Like literally, I'm a 4-finger typer.
Yeah,
right here. This is exactly what types.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I don't know why.
The odd pinky will just fly out, just sometimes it's ping.
Robert said that's why I flunked computers, pet computers, and me to Jason 2-finger typer. Yeah, that's on those pet computers. That's where I did the programming. I remember that. But see, when I was younger, I didn't have parents smart enough like Robert's, because my mom had a boyfriend. We were going over to his place, and he had the Atari. So I would sit there and just do. Mom, I need this. Mom, I need this. Right? That Christmas, I got Intellivision.
Oh,
Yeah. It's like, okay, none of these games are good.
I played Keystone Cops, I think, on that
Yeah.
one.
And it's like, okay, that was one I got. And I played that for about an hour. It's like, this is just repetition. This is not fun.
Yep.
Let me see. Oh, Aaron says, I learned the home row keys and stuck to them. See, I kind of wish I had taken typing in high school when it was a thing,
I had to. We had to do one credit. We had to do one term.
Really? That was mandatory?
It was mandatory. It was that was a mandatory class in our school.
Not in Blenheim. Yep.
It wasn't.
Can you talk? Good. You pass. I'm a gooder speaker now than I ever was. But yeah, I remember those games so vividly. There was one called Impossible Mission, because it wasn't Mission Impossible.
Yes, I know the exact game.
Yep.
Oh yeah, because you're running and you have to time your flip jumps.
Yep. Stay a while. Stay forever.
Yes.
Yep. These games, oh my god. And Bard's Tale.
I only played that a little bit. That one I didn't get into too much. It was a little too complicated for it. No, I'm thinking Ultima. I'm thinking
okay.
One of the first Ultimas.
I never had Ultima. Bard's Tale was the first combination I saw between almost like a text base and movement, because you would be typing up in here and then it'd have this little video, doing things. Aaron said Intellivision, nice. No, it wasn't, Aaron. I wanted ColecoVision or Atari.
He is kind of prejudiced though. Like he knows what he's talking about.
Well,
right?
yeah. When it comes to video games, you do not question this man.
True. So you better watch what you say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, I already got it in for Aaron. He forced me to buy a VR system, okay, because he showed me Star Wars VR. So no.
I don't know what that's like, because every time I come around during the cons, there's always a lineup and I can't get in.
Yeah. Well, normally. And there was this one time, I think it was near Aaron, correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, I'll finish this. Intellivision's nice. I had that and the Coleco at the same time. The Coleco was the best. Yes, it was. Thank you. I was going through the game room. I think I was heading up. This was before the blip, going up to the 2 rooms we used to have for extra gaming and stuff like that.
Yep.
And it must have been near the end of the day, because there was nobody there, and or very little. And Aaron goes, "Hey Rob, come here." It's like, okay. Over I go. He goes, "I need you to stand here, and I'm going to put this on your head." It's like, why? And he holds up the Star Wars box. It's like, oh, you bastard. All right, go ahead. And then he did, and I'm sitting there holding on. I'm looking over the edge of my X-Wing.
That's what I want to do.
Oh,
I want to do this so bad.
It's so much fun. What did Robert say? Mr. Deacon, that CKSS Jason hated me even with his lazy eye. He caught me lifting the paper he placed over my hands and told me not to look down. Yes, it was a compulsory course to have. Hated it.
Why are you calling me out with the lazy eye, bro? Come on now. Nobody's called out my lazy eye in probably freaking 20 years.
Aaron said PSVR 2 this year and Oculus. Well, I don't have a PS5, so I can't get VR2 yet.
Well, Aaron, can we please try and hook me up with some Star Wars time at some point?
You need to try Galaxy's Edge. No, I do not.
Galaxy's Edge.
Star Wars.
Was that a game?
Yeah.
Oh. But isn't that the name of the resort?
If I'm not mistaken, that's exactly what it is.
Oh.
It's VR.
A virtual tour of the...
Aaron can correct me if I'm wrong, but if I'm not mistaken, that's exactly what that is.
Oh, my.
Oh, he said Mr. Deacon's lazy eyes, not meant for you.
Oh. I don't remember Deacon. Sorry. But, damn.
No.
I felt attacked.
Did you?
A long time.
Did you have compulsory typing in your school?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was one of, well, I wouldn't say it was compulsory. It was one of the options we had. I ended up taking it was just called keyboarding. I ended up taking grade 9 keyboarding in grade 10, and everything was going just as it would, like hunt and peck kind of thing. And then we had a teacher strike that lasted about a month. And then when everyone came back, she put on this magical video that immediately I latched onto, and I was able to type well ever since. And then I took like grade 10 keyboarding the following year and whatever. And yeah.
Dude, I know what you mean. I almost learned typing because Shani, when she was young, she wanted to learn typing. On the computer, we got her a SpongeBob typing thing to show how typing. And I was there doing it one day, and it's like, oh, this is actually because I'm watching SpongeBob and I'm learning. And she goes, "Why are you using my program?" Oh, no, I'm not. I was, just checking the news. I never touched it after that.
I did have you remember shareware?
Oh, I do.
Yeah, I had among the many great shareware games I had one called Typer Shark, and you'd have like sharks coming towards you, and like if you could type the word correctly on the side of the shark, it would like die and fall down, but they'd keep coming across the screen like that. So
I remember that.
Oh, I need to play that.
There were a few different games like Mavis Beacon Teaches Typing. I
heard that one. I've never played it.
Crystal went through a string of those for a while for some reason. Like way back when.
I may have done one of those.
Oh, Aaron says it's a story game. It's awesome. So everything I heard is wrong. Not sure about the resort. I've never been there. And then he said, "I will put the VR away last so you can try it." You are so good to me.
I will be circling like a hawk.
Oh, he's just evil this way.
I'm gonna circle like a hawk.
Just wait. You'll hear some crying. Walk in then, because it'll be free. Okay? Because I will fall in love with it.
I've tried the PSVR twice with my nephew. But it was one was Five Nights at Freddy's. Hell no. And one was Rick and Morty.
Well, that would be cool.
Where I was in the garage and I was making various things happen and whatnot. Yeah, that was okay. But he's got the actual Oculus, I think now.
Okay.
The one where he can set it up in any room kind of thing. So I have not tried that one yet.
See, I want to find one that has the treadmill you stand on so you can run and move and everything.
The full Omni treadmill.
It's got the suit, so if something hits you, you feel it, That's the VR I want.
He just wants to live in Ready Player One.
Right?
Yes, exactly. and honestly, who doesn't?
Exactly.
That does sound like it would be cool. I don't want to live in it, but it would be cool to experience.
Like I saw a VR, and I think it's for VR too, for Horizon. And I don't know if you've played those games.
I played the first one. I haven't played the second one.
They're gorgeous worlds, and they got these giant monster things. So
Robo dinosaurs.
Yeah, you're literally going down a river, and you're looking up, and they're walking over you, and it's like, oh my god, this is awesome.
That sounds pretty cool because I'm familiar with that first game, and that first game was amazing. I would love to play the second one, but I think it's only available on the PS5.
Nope.
So it is on PS4.
Oh yeah, I got it.
Then I think I might.
The only
I'm gonna say that, but I haven't touched my PS4 in ages.
The only problem is the DLC, which should come out this month, is PS5 only. Trust me, I got a PS4. I got Horizon Zero or Forbidden West. I'm mad, but I get it now, sadly, because I was furious when Arkham Asylum came out. I fell in love with that game. Arkham City, Arkham Origins, but then Arkham Knight comes out only on PS4, and I only had PS3 at the time. It's like, oh, I want to finish the set on here, but then you come to find out it's because the engine can't handle that Batmobile.
Oh yeah, that game's
it's next gen. And that's exactly what's going on now. What they have going on in the DLC, the PS4 processing engine can't handle it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not well, is what they say.
Wow. Damn.
So now I want it even more. Dang
it. It doesn't work on the PS4, but for good reasons.
Yeah. Good reasons.
We could put it on there, but your PS4 could catch fire.
Yeah. No doubt you're going to see so much smoke coming off that processor.
This game is awesome.
So have you guys heard the new Star Wars news that has come out?
the new Star Wars news, as in
Ray.
Yeah.
oh yes,
The 3 new movies coming out.
yeah.
I think it's great because I loved Rise of Skywalker.
See, I love the characters. I'm mad because they didn't get their act together and do a proper trilogy. So that makes me angry, right? But I like each story for what it is. I just know it could have been more if they'd actually put their heads together and made it a trilogy, right? But that being said, I would love to see where Rey goes after Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
I am beginning to lose faith in all the franchises under Disney.
How so? Or why so?
They
Or how come?
all feel like they've lost focus, and they're bouncing all over the place now. They're not as bad as like DC was and so on, but I'm seeing the cracks. I'm seeing a lot more wobble in their paths now. The Marvel universe is just I don't understand what's going on anymore
With Star Wars Disney?
with what movies are going on with Marvel in Marvel.
Oh, okay.
And the same thing is with Star Wars. Mandalorian, I'm enjoying the new season of Mandalorian, but it's not the same Mandalorian anymore.
Well, no, and that's why I love this series so much. It's evolving.
I don't mind that. I am enjoying what they're giving, but they're losing fans over it.
Well, if they lose fans over that, it's like and again, I saw this, I can't remember who posted it, but it's 100% right. And there's going, all these movies you hate, you don't hate them for what they did. You're just hating it because it's not what you want.
And that's a fair assessment.
That's a very fair assessment. But that's just it. People aren't going to regurgitate the same crap because then they'll lose people that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I admit it's not an easy game to pull off, but it can be done, and we've seen it done. But I'm enjoying The Mandalorian this season, so I don't mind it.
The biggest complaint I heard was it's not about Din anymore.
I don't mind that.
Well, they're going, what's called The Mandalorian, right? Well, yeah, you're right. The Mandalorian doesn't just mean one person. The Mandalorian is the name of them.
Yes.
So
you want to put an S on the end of it, but I don't think that's the proper.
It's not. Literally, when you have a group of Mandalorian, they're called the Mandalorian.
They are the race of Mandalorian.
Yeah.
That's yes.
Not Mandalorians. Mandalori. That's what they should be called. I'm making a new show.
I was truly tickled when Din explained how the Darksaber really belonged to her.
See, and that was I was happy for that moment because I'm literally watching the episode going, why did she hand it back? She literally beat up the guy that beat up him. Like, it should be hers.
You thought that?
Yeah.
See, I didn't.
So then when it happened, it's like, oh, damn. Yes.
I didn't think that.
That was my victory.
I didn't think that. But what I did think was odd, and this is like, I'm like, God damn it. They Chekhov gunned me. They showed her that whole scene, or the quick highlights from that scene in the recap at the beginning of the episode.
Yeah.
So I should have oh, damn it.
Yep.
That's why they showed the recap.
Yep. Oh, here's Ryan. Ryan says the Mandoverse one might be decent. And see, that's one of the 3 coming out by Dave Filoni. It's going to involve Book of Boba Fett, The Mandalorian, Ahsoka, those titles. And it'll be like a culmination film.
Okay, so they want to try and weave this into a proper Star Wars universe.
The post Jedi era.
See, that's just it. There is no Star Wars cinematic universe. Now with Disney, there is a Star Wars universe. Right. Literally everything is connected.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm having trouble seeing that, and also the quality's kind of all over the place. That we're losing, and Marvel's. That's another where Marvel's failing. The quality is starting to suffer.
No, it's not. And I went back and looked because Phase 1 of the MCU, it was a mishmash of films. Just like Phase 4. The reason people aren't grasping Phase 4 is because we just had Phase 3, which was kick ass.
We're still getting the pieces.
Yeah, this is like literally, you look at Ant-Man and Quantumania, that's the beginning of Phase 5, and that is setting up the next two, literally the Kang, and that's just what happened. It was at the end of phase 1 that we really found out Thanos was the bad guy.
In sports terms, this is a rebuilding year.
Yeah, they got to set up the story.
I don't.
It's people that want that rinse and repeat stuff. That's exactly what the MCU is doing. It's just hard to see phase 1 after a phase 3.
You're right. It is that, and that's the problem I'm having. That is definitely wow. Did you come up with that yourself?
Yeah, I went back because I was feeling the same way. I'm going, this makes no sense.
Dude, that is so astute.
Why do you sound surprised?
Dude,
I don't want the answer. Are they switching out Jonathan Majors? Not that I know of.
No, I haven't heard that yet, because he's supposedly he's got video proof to back him up. But why hasn't it come out then? Like,
what are we talking about?
Okay, Jonathan Majors got accused of domestic assault or something.
Okay.
And strangulation of his girlfriend.
Right. But he's got evidence that absolves him of it, like that it wasn't what it looked like or something like that.
Right or wrong, I hope they wait till the facts are there. You know,
he already spent time in jail for it. So
and again, that happens to regular people too. You get put in jail, you get booked. Okay, now you go to court and blah 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 blah.
But he did like immediately they pulled some ads or something. Somebody pulled ads or something.
Military ads.
Yeah.
Sadly, you're always going to see those people that'll jump the gun. You know, do it with everything now because they want to be careful, and I get it because today's climate, it's next to impossible. Let me see here. What? Aaron right here said, "Sorry, my internet went all crap." I thought you had amazing internet, Aaron. The Mandalorian also is the leader of them. It is. Yeah, that's true. No, he's called the Mandalore. The leader of the Mandalorian is the Mandalore.
Okay. No, Mandalore is the planet.
That's where they live, but it's also the name of their leader. Yeah. Well,
it's becoming a Groot situation.
Crap. Okay. I might be thinking Legends, so bear with me.
Yeah.
Grogu, Din, and Bo.
I do like the idea of a Mandalorian Jedi who created the Darksaber.
Yeah, there's already been one right there.
Yeah.
Right?
No, I know, but that would be a cool story to see.
Grogu will tame the mythosaur. That's an interesting thought because
that's most likely what's going to happen.
You can see them setting it up where Bo is going to do it to take over the Mandalorian. But with Grogu there, yeah, because he's already, lifted and moved animals around and made them calm down.
He stopped the Rancor.
Yep. Dang. That's interesting. Now I got my wonder.
That's exactly what's going to happen. Grogu is going to become the leader of the Mandalorian.
No, it won't be Grogu because again, he is just a foundling. So
no, but eventually, like way in the future,
possibly.
But in season 15
or 20, this kid doesn't age very much. Okay.
Well, that's true because he is supposed to be older than we realize.
He's 50 some years old.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and he's still no.
Have they tried Miracle Grow?
Size matters not. That's right, Aaron.
They should sprinkle Miracle Grow on the frogs before he eats them, See if he sprouts up.
But yeah, I had no idea about Jonathan Majors. But I haven't seen any inkling of a switch.
I haven't heard of anything like that.
And see, I gotta wonder if they would. Well, yeah, they might. They've just started into this Kang push, and he's Kang,
yeah.
And it's not his first appearance as Kang.
No,
so
he's already 2 projects deep or 3?
But now 2 for sure. But now, having said that, they have no problem switching people like Terrence
Howard, yeah.
Terrence, oh my God.
Howard.
Terrence Howard.
And Eddie.
Don Cheadle.
Oh no, they kept him.
Oh yeah, they switched out Terrence Howard for Don Cheadle.
Edward Norton.
Yeah, but that was different. That was contract and creative and money dispute. There was disputes there.
Right.
I'm still surprised they didn't recast Black Panther.
No, I think they made the right choice there. At least until they go further multiverse and they bring back Killmonger as a new Black Panther.
yes and no. I like what they did, but I do see what you're seeing, James, because they have no problem. Like, look, Harrison Ford is now Thunderbolt Ross.
Yeah.
They had no problems recasting John Hurt.
And Chadwick Boseman did a great job, but having Black Panther sequel without Black Panther, it just seemed.
Well, there is a Black Panther. Shuri is the new Black Panther right now.
Yeah, which I haven't seen it yet, but I don't buy it.
Oh, dude, it's not bad. Like, yeah.
And especially when what does she eat the herb, and then she goes to the ancestral plane and sees Killmonger of all people.
Yeah. Trust me, you got to watch it. It's.
I know.
Yeah.
I lost my train of thought.
Sorry.
Damn it. Where was I?
Squirrel.
Yeah.
Shuri. Recasting.
Recasting.
Thunderbolt.
Yes. Hold on. Hurt. There we go. Thunderbolt Ross. Harrison Ford. Interesting pull. But they're bringing back Liv Tyler, so why don't they just get Sam Elliott back?
Because maybe they're not really trying to tap into that universe.
But they're bringing Liv Tyler back.
I think they should bring Jennifer Connelly back.
Well, they have already connected the Incredible Hulk to the main MCU, or at least the Spider-Man MCU, because they claim that the guy from the Apatow movies, he's the teacher, the long hair with the glasses.
Lewis Black?
In the Spider-Man movies, the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies.
Oh, Martin Starr.
Martin Starr. He's in the Incredible Hulk. Edward Norton goes in and he bribes him with pizza to get into the lab. Well, they did the same thing with Tom Holland. They retroactively said, yeah, he graduated and he moved to New York and became a teacher.
Cool.
Yeah, that was they confirmed that was the same guy.
Yeah.
Here. Aaron said multiverse. It can look different. They could do that,
Yes,
with the Kangs. Not all the Kangs are going to look the same. That's absolutely true. I never thought of that. He said after they do Secret Wars, they'll reset the universe. They're going to do the most recent version of Secret Wars where Doom merges the universe. And I remember that because it took all these different universes and pieces of them and made Battle World.
I'm totally out of the loop with the Marvel comics at that point.
I was too,
I know
but
nothing about that.
Chris being my friend, I would go and chat with him, and he had like the little map there of Battle World, and it showed the different areas that the universes were from. So I get that because one of them was the MCU is more based off the Ultimate Marvel universe, so it makes sense that it'll go that way. And then Ryan says they could also pull a multi-version like Gamora. Yeah, exactly. You know.
They've got all that options. Yes, just I don't know. The quality was starting to suffer to me. I don't know. I got to give him a fair chance. Maybe I am burned out. I don't know.
I think the only one it would work for is Kang, where we would buy into it no problem because of the fact we've already seen him in Loki. We saw him in Quantumania. We saw him in the end credit as a different guy, and then we saw the end credits of Quantumania again, where there's this huge room full of them and they don't all look the same.
Okay.
So I think legit, he is probably the only one that.
Thanks for the spoiler, by the way.
You haven't seen Quantumania?
No.
Oh, dude, wait till you see it, guys. Okay, he doesn't. And again, end credits very rarely have anything to do with the film, right?
I honestly don't care.
What did Ryan say? Yes, Jason, the writing has been poor in the last few, and humor not hitting and off-putting even.
Yeah, well, not even get started on Love and Thunder.
I was just gonna say that's its own little baby. I felt Taika was trying too hard to be Taika in that one.
Yep.
You are disinvited from the orgy.
Oh, trust me, there is gold in there. Yeah, there are some scenes that they're mad.
Yes, you see the area down here that looks like a stage.
Yeah, I'll admit there were a few funny jokes, but overall, it just didn't. No.
Oh boy,
dude, those goats! I'm gonna keep talking about those goats. Okay.
They sure do scream a lot.
I gotta admit, I think the only part I really had a problem with that film was the opening, and then the love triangle with the weapons. That I felt was overboard. And that opening, it was the longest opening for one joke I've ever seen. You know?
I was disappointed to hear James Gunn saying like he was never going to have Thor in his third Guardians movie. He had to get him out of there. So
Yeah,
he's glad Taika did that. I'm like, I thought it was great with the Asgardians of the Galaxy.
it is a comic series, I guess. I've never read it, but apparently it turned into a comic series. So it's legit. It's out there.
That's the only Marvel movie I still want to see. Like, I'm anxious to see Guardians 3. That's the only one I'm excited for.
Really? What's
Yes.
coming up here?
Oh, and well, because it's not MCU, Across the Spider-Verse.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm all in on that one.
Let's see here.
I'm psyched for Secret Wars. I still haven't gotten through Miss Marvel. Guardians, yeah. I'm going to watch Ant-Man one of these days.
I did just see the trailer for Secret Wars, and I have to admit that looks amazing.
I haven't watched it yet.
I really don't know how to feel about Captain America 4 without Captain America in it.
But see, that's just it. Captain America will be in it. It's Sam Wilson.
He's not Captain America.
He is the new Captain America. Yep.
Yeah.
See here. What's coming
But
up?
the Thunderbolts movie with all those, especially with Red Guardian in there.
Yep.
So I just want more Florence Pugh.
So we have Guardians 3 coming out in May, The Marvels coming out in November, and then May 3rd of next year, Captain America, New World Order. July is Thunderbolts, and September is Blade. And that's what they're saying is Phase 5 so far. There's probably going to be some additions in there.
And they did announce an Eternals sequel.
Really? That's good.
Yes.
Phase 6 is got Deadpool 3 in November of 2024, Fantastic Four, February 2025, and then we have the two Avengers Kang Dynasty and Avengers Secret Wars.
Oh, right. The TV show is isn't the TV show Secret Invasion?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. We were saying Secret Wars, weren't we?
You were.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Does it go any further?
And it's up in the air where the X-Men debut.
Deadpool 3, probably.
Maybe. Or Fantastic Four.
Well, there'll probably be one or two X-Men in there for sure.
I don't.
Although they had to replace the director with on Blade.
Really?
Yeah, the original director left, and they had to find a new one.
Why did they leave?
I cannot remember, but I will.
Bode well if he left for creative differences.
Let's see here. Blah, 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 blah. In February 2021, Stacy was hired to write the film, with Basim Tariq hired to direct. Tariq left a year later due to the film's production shifts and creative differences.
Oh yeah, Jan Demange, whatever. The guy who directed 71 and White Boy Rick took over in November of last year.
Filming is scheduled to begin in May at Tyler
Perry
Studios at Lantern.
He's a good director. Or rather, he's directed some great movies.
But yeah, there's a lot of streaming still coming out for Phase 5. Like Echo, Ironheart, Daredevil. Secret Invasion's part of that as well. Yeah. Agatha.
Ugh.
Yeah, I just don't know. I don't know. I think I'm done. Like it's just been too much.
If they do another Moon Knight, that would be amazing.
I would love to see
that.
I'll
probably go back to that.
See, you have to remember right now you're on a roller coaster that has just done 3 loop-to-loops.
Yeah.
And is now kind of rolling and doing the tick, 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 tick thing. It's boring as fuck. But
hey, since we're going up this slope, can I segue us down a different slope right now?
See what he did there?
Because it works. Because lately on days when I'm home alone, usually at night, I can't figure out what to watch. So I go on Prime and I'm like, I'm struggling. So I want some suggestions.
NCIS.
No, not TV shows, movies.
Not TV shows, movies.
I need a couple suggestions
Ooh.
for classic comedy, a modern comedy.
I will recommend once again both murder mystery movies.
See, I would recommend NCIS. It's a 440-hour movie that's broken down over time.
That's not a comedy though.
There's humor in it. A little. Sometimes when people aren't dying.
No, I need some comedies. That's what I've been struggling. I did have an interesting turn on. I think it was Saturday morning. I've got it on IPTV service, and so I went into movies and I went to sci-fi, and I'm just going through, and it's a lot of B stuff and whatnot. And then there's 8 classic Godzilla flicks.
Nice.
So I couldn't decide. I knew Mike was awake. So I said, Mike, quick, pick a number between 1 and 8. And he picked, I think it was 6. I ended up watching Godzilla versus Megalon.
Oh, okay.
That brings in Jet Jaguar, the robot. That was a fun Saturday morning watch.
Ryan seconds that. He goes, I second that. Have not seen a decent comedy in a long time.
Yeah. So yeah, just I need some suggestions for some good, like maybe a classic comedy or a modern comedy.
If you've never gotten around, did you ever get around to seeing Tag?
Yes.
Okay.
Tag.
Yeah. Grown Up Tag, Jeremy Renner.
Yes, I did. I did. I watched it actually twice.
Okay.
I was, for some reason, I was thinking of something else, but I can't remember what.
I was very surprised by Murder Mystery 1 and 2. I wasn't expecting to like those.
That worried me, just because you and I, our opinions don't always match.
He's like, James liked them?
So,
The Gray Man.
The Green Man?
No, The Gray Man. It was Chris Evans and Ryan Gosling. It was based on a spy novel where you get.
Is that a comedy?
It's an action comedy. It's done by the Russos.
Oh,
it was a Netflix movie. It was, yeah. It's got Billy Bob Thornton in there too, okay. But it's got Chris Evans with the porn stash and the flat top, playing the bad guy against Ryan Gosling's legendary spy. He's known as the Gray Man, and you get basically like good agent against bad agent. Ooh, that was
the trailer.
Yes, there's no sound. I'm just throwing the screen. This is on IMDb.
Okay,
it is a very, very fun movie.
Yeah, Gray Man. Okay.
6-5.
I'm more than optimistic above a 6. So
yeah, it's between 6 and 7 is good. If you get over 7, it's got to be good on here.
Yeah.
So. Oh, no,
and a pretty badass fight scene between Ryan Gosling and Chris Evans at the end. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and Ryan said, I've seen many memes and clips of the unbearable weight of massive talent.
I keep meaning to watch that one too.
Nicolas Cage and Pedro Pascal. It is fantastic. It is so much fun.
Does Pedro take Nick under his wing and get him safely across the country?
I'm not telling you what it's about.
I'm just curious because that seems to be the plot of most Pedro movies.
No, that's not what this one is.
Oh, very good. Okay.
No. Not quite. Maybe in a way. But there's a Pedro Pascal was on that show Hot Ones, Chicken Wings.
I saw that.
Okay. So he talked about it, that he is a massive Nicolas Cage fan. So this was a passion project for him. The Pillow. There's a scene where they have one of those sequin pillows that has Nicolas Cage's face, but it's the two faces from Face Off. So and it flips to the other face.
That would be John Travolta.
Well, it was Nicolas Cage's face. It goes from like normal face to crazy face.
Oh, okay.
Okay, something like that. Well, those pillows were real. They had those made for everybody in the crew. They put it in the set piece, and then when Cage saw it, they were rolling. That whole scene with the pillow was improv. And they kept it in the film. Cage did not like the pillows.
I'm gonna watch this.
But it is so much fun. It's ridiculous, yes, but it knows exactly what they're doing. Like, and it's the movie that's gonna prove that Nicolas Cage understands what people say about him, what people think of his acting, and he doesn't care. He's going to do what he wants to do. That's why I want to see Renfield.
That does look entertaining.
That looks like fun, but it's Nicolas Cage playing Dracula as was it Klaus Kinski?
Yep.
Yeah. So there you go. Nicolas Cage playing Klaus Kinski playing Dracula.
I gotta admit, the trailer has me intrigued.
And Nicholas Hoult, come on, he's just so much fun.
I am interested to see that.
Witness me.
When does that come out?
Soon, I think.
Soon, because I'm seeing ads on TV now for it. So that usually means within the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
April's supposed to be pretty loaded for flicks.
April 12th.
Oh, that's like...
Oh, dang.
This week.
Really?
That's Wednesday. That's a Wednesday opening. There's a lot of competition there this month, I think. There's supposed to be a lot of flicks coming out this month.
Let me just double check on that. Coming soon. Releases April 15th. This is a gun.
Okay, so we're probably not getting the Wednesday opening here.
Oh, today's the 10th. That's right.
Yes.
So it's probably 12th in Europe or somewhere over there,
okay.
and then 14th here because we do weekend crap.
They do sometimes Wednesday openings.
Mario was open on Wednesday.
Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, but that was strictly...
It starts Thursday here in town.
Well, yeah, that's just it. Anytime it starts Friday, no, it starts Thursday.
Yeah.
It's just
it's got the Thursday. They don't have the times open yet for the weekend, but it shows up on Thursday, so that means it's going to be there.
Dude,
Old
it's
habits.
Going to the theater. Literally, I went to the theater and watched Mario, and I bought a hot dog with no conflict, and it was so boring. I mean, seriously. I was ready, and it's like, oh, James isn't here. Now, having said that, they don't have all the cool ones back when we met. Literally,
No.
I asked for a hot dog, and I got a hot dog, and that was it. A hot dog on a bun, and then you get ketchup, mustard, and relish. That's it.
No super dog. No.
Nope. Nothing. None of those vegetarian poutine, kale, nothing. Just a hunk of meat and a hunk of bread.
Hey, the big cities aren't any different. Because I'm sorry, but I am dedicated to Devonshire Mall because I love those big reclining comfy seats.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I go now when I'm going to the theater. And they don't have all the fancy stuff there either. So you're not missing out. It's the same everywhere.
But you're talking Windsor.
Yeah.
That's not a big city.
It's a bigger city than Chatham.
Big city is Toronto.
Well, okay, they might.
Yeah. Those places have all the cool stuff.
Yeah, but...
the VIP.
Yeah, but I still haven't tried the VIP place.
You're doing it now because literally the only difference is you could pick your seat and you could have alcohol. And now all the theaters are like that. You can get alcohol and you pick your seat.
Yeah, the VIP is not worth it anymore.
No.
Outside of the table side ordering, and who's going to be ordering food in the middle of a friggin' movie?
It's like getting Chinese food in China. It's just food. Okay, literally that's VIP or common.
Yeah, I don't need that. I'm taking the VIP off the list.
Yep.
Don't need it.
And I got to be honest, even with VIP, they never took your order during a film. It was always before, and they brought it right before it started.
Okay.
So it's like the only thing you don't get is tableside service.
So you're literally just paying to not have to stand in the concession line?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
I feel like I dodged a bullet.
And at that time,
it was the only way to get booze.
And to get booze and to pick your seat.
Oh. Still, yeah.
Right.
I think I dodged a bullet, honestly.
Well, at the time, no. Like, if that was the only way you could get it, awesome. Today, I wouldn't do it. Just, no. No.
I do like those comfy seats in Windsor. They're so nice.
They are.
They're wider too. Like, I'm not squeezed in.
That's why I like the Westmount in London too.
And when we went and saw D&D, I had somebody right next to me, but there's enough arm space.
Mm-hmm.
There was no conflict. There was no touching in any way.
Depending on who it is, if she's nice, maybe you want that conflict.
I am happily married, sir.
Wow. Married, not buried. Is it sad that
Christina?
Is it bad when I got married? That's the button my sister gave me for a wedding gift. It's like, what are you saying? And now we're divorced, so I guess maybe she knew something I didn't.
I guess so.
All righty. Well, guys, thank you for chit-chatting. This was fun.
You didn't give me any suggestions, sir.
That's because I can't think of any.
Okay, well, and text me something.
Okay, I can do that.
I need a couple suggestions for those dark and lonely times.
Because I'll jump on Prime and I'll just start looking through and go, oh, that's good. Oh, that's good.
Don't have to stick to Prime. You can just anything you find or any classic that you think of that. Yeah.
Actually, do you know what we watched yesterday? Yeah, yesterday is Final Destination 1 and 2.
Really?
Nice.
Because I was in a picture of a log truck and it says Gen Z will never understand why we don't follow behind these things.
Yeah.
And I go, get it? No.
What?
Went, what? How could you not get this? So with Final Destination 1, and then I just wanted to show the opening of 2 because that's where it is. We ended up watching the whole thing. It was fun.
We are now 4 movies into our Harry Potter revisit. We
should
finally
do
got
that.
back on that because I'm now up to where I've seen Goblet of Fire. Done. We watched that last night. I watched it. Crystal slept through the first half because she got rolling out. She went.
Are you going to continue into do those and the Fantastic Beasts?
Probably, yeah.
What was the first one you said?
Oh, the other one he said was Gray Man.
No. He just said something in Fantastic Beasts.
Those.
No, is he going to continue? Is he going to continue after Harry Potter go into Fantastic Beasts?
Gotcha. Okay.
Probably. Yeah. I don't know about what's the Crimes of Grindelwald? Is that Fantastic Beasts?
That's number 3. Yeah.
Okay.
That's number 2. That's the one that has a lot of Johnny Depp in it. It's the best of the 3, in my opinion.
Okay.
Secrets of Dumbledore's.
Okay. Well, probably. I'm not going to totally commit to that one, but I need to finish the Potter series at least before they start doing the remakes.
Well, yeah, right.
Because they are talking about that already.
Everything.
They are.
Trust me.
Yeah.
Alrighty, guys. Well, thank you for chatting up.
All right. Yes, but I do need an answer from you.
You got it. I'll get it for you.
Help.
Alrighty. For another week at the Movie Madhouse, I'm Rob.
I'm James.
I'm Jason.
And we'll see you all later.
Bye.
Toodles.
I say shut up! It's a man!